would like to call to order the Tuesday, November 19th, 2024 Brooklyn City Board of Education regular meeting. Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale.
Here.
Mr. Hubbell.
Here.
Ms. Rafter.
Here.
Mr. Hasrouni.
Here.
Ms. Krall.
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In order for the board to fulfill its obligation to complete the planned agenda in an effective and efficient fashion, a maximum of 30 minutes of public participation as it pertains to school-related topics will be permitted at each meeting. Each person wishing to address the board will approach the podium and state his or her name and address. If several people wish to speak, each person will be allotted 3 minutes until a total time of 30 minutes is used. During that period, no person may speak twice until all who desire to speak have had the opportunity to do so. The period of public participation may be extended by a vote of the majority of the board. We will move on to the superintendent's report.
Good evening, Ms. Krall, Board of Education. This time I'd like to introduce Mr. Bollin, one of his amazing staff members, Ms. Hengsteller, and two of his outstanding students to talk to us a little bit about this week or last week's Veterans Day Assembly and their Purple Star designation at Brooklyn School. Mr. Bollin.
Yes, I won't say much, just to introduce Ms. Hengsteller is one of our second grade intervention specialists. And then we also have Mariah Cuevas and Jax Fleming, who are two of our fantastic students that have participated in our Veterans Day Assembly, the planning, and kind of the process of that. So I'll turn it over to Ms. Hengsteller, and then our students would like to come up a little bit and just kind of talk about why they joined the committee and why Veterans Day is something that they find important, because it's completely volunteer from a student perspective, up to them whether they participate or not. So,
Good evening. Thanks for having me come speak to you today. Brooklyn Schools has started a new initiative in regards to applying for and have been awarded for the Purple Star Award. This Purple Star Award is something that is awarded to over 500 schools in just the state of Ohio. I think 511 to be exact, so we're one added to that number. In order to qualify, one of the school district members needed to go through a training and become a liaison, which is myself, and had to complete professional development and then identify military-connected students and the faculty to support them throughout the school year. I'm joined with my staff members, Kelly Vizdas, who is a first grade teacher. Oh, you want me to go back? Okay. Karen Gallagher, who is one of our school counselors, particularly 4th through 7th grade, and Emily Wendling, who is a 4th grade math teacher. So the three of them and myself are the ones that have taken on this Purple Star committee. The activities that we do, we're hoping to do. Well, first of all, let me talk about the plaque that we were awarded. Looks like this. It is currently hanging on the wall outside of the Blue Lot parking lot in Brooklyn Schools. And our school was designated for the Purple Star Award for 3 years. After 3 years, we will need to reapply in order to continue to be a Purple Star school. In order to do that, we need to be able to show them what we have done with the initiative to support our current school students who are connected with a military family member, specifically a parent or a sibling who lives with them, so that they would be ultimately affected because it's someone they're living with. Currently, our school began to embrace the military-connected students in the following ways. First off, we had hosted our annual Veterans Day Assembly. It was spearheaded by the lovely Mrs. Laura Mills, who teaches 4th grade English Language Arts. She's done this outstanding job for over 8 years. So it was easy to say that that is something that we do. It wasn't something new, but we needed to do something more than just that. But we've done an amazing job with this. This is the group of current families from Brooklyn students who have served in some capacity, who showed up for a Veterans Day committee. So in the end, we took a nice little picture with their student. We decorated all of the hallways and doors with stars of students' family members who are currently serving or who have served in the past. And we had one of our Brooklyn graduates, many of you may know her, Alyssa Hemlick, come and speak at our Veterans Day Assembly this past school year. Another thing that we've done for the Purple Star Award is we have taken up a huge school-wide donation at the end of last school year. We collected all of those goods. It doesn't look like a lot, but it was 3 very large boxes. In fact, Mr. Bollin had to carry them to the post office for me because they were too big and heavy for me. And we sent them to 3 individuals who are currently serving in a deployed fashion. One was over to Japan, one was in the Middle East, and one was actually in the United States, but over on the other side of the country. So the kids all in the school wrote letters to them, and we sent those all on their way. And the last thing that we're doing in regards to the Purple Star is that we are currently held a contest. We are creating T-shirts to give to any of our students who are currently associated with a family member in the military, serving currently. And Jason Sabedi and Angel Petaway are the 2 contestants that we're choosing to make a T-shirt out of both of those shirts that they've created. So each student that has a connected military family member will get a shirt for free, as well as the staff, and then we are going to use those to sell for Spirit Week, which we do hold in April. We did hold a Spirit Week last April, and we were able to educate the kids every morning with the announcements on the different armed forces and what they entailed, and just a little bit of information regarding the military services. Items that we're looking to do in the future is that we are looking to connect any teacher, classroom teacher, or grade level teacher who might have a student in their class who has a parent or sibling serving. In fact, we do have one in 3rd grade. And when I called the parent to ask if she would be able to come to our assembly, she was currently out of the state doing her once a month drill duties, and her son was with her, so he wasn't in school on Friday. So it's important for the teachers to realize that there's a reason why that boy wasn't in school. She's a single mom, and he had to go with her. So that's something that, supporting the staff and the teachers to understand what these families are going through. We'd also like to dedicate part of the Brooklyn Schools website featuring resources for any military families in our district. And it's my goal, I don't know if it will happen this year, but I would love to have one of the military-connected families be able to be recognized at a sporting event, perhaps a basketball game or a baseball game. I know football is over, but just to start to do that and make that a tradition. Also implement some social and emotional lunch bunches for these kids so that they know that they're not alone and that they're not the only kids that might have parents or siblings who are serving our country. And the last thing that we'd like to do is we're trying to open this up to our high school. And we would like for them to also become part of the Purple Star School. There's a lot more at the high school level with the older kids that we can do. A lot of grants and monies available for students that have military-connected families as well. So that's our Purple Star Committee. And now I will turn it over to the kids.
Hi, I'm Mariah,
Hi, I'm Najee Fleming.
and we both volunteered during the Veterans Day Assembly. I'm in National Junior Honor Society, National Junior Art Honor Society, and Student Council, and I chose to volunteer because I feel that volunteering during this would really help these veterans feel seen and noticed that they have served this country, and honestly, we might not have been here if it wasn't for them. So I think that this assembly went really well. You could see the joy on their faces when they seen their military branch being represented, and also when they were represented by handmade cards by the National Junior Art Honor Society and flowers. And I feel that all of the students also enjoyed it. You could see that the younger students enjoyed learning about all of these military branches, and you could also, even though it might not seem like it, the older kids do still enjoy these assemblies because you might not realize it, but we are all in the room with someone who has served and fought for our freedom. I feel that these assemblies should continue, and I think that they will only continue to get better as time goes on. I mean, these veterans, you've seen how many came, and I felt it was a very special moment to be sitting there with their grandchild or even child while their child would learn about what they did to fight for this country and, I mean, how we got to now. So, you can go now.
Well, you basically took everything that I was going to say, Dennis. In addition to that, I'd like to say that she was right about most of those things and how the Veterans Day Assembly is very important to the school, and having the younger children know how important veterans and serving members are to our country and as they are fighting for our country. And I feel like that, well, that is very important. And as she said, the older kids, not just to get out of class, but they still enjoy learning about how veterans and serving members fight for our country and fight to keep us safe and out of war and out of hard times. So, as a member of the National Junior Art Honor Society, I enjoyed making cards for the veterans, knowing that I have a veteran in my family who have served for our country. It was very nice to see all of the veterans come out to the school, and it was nice to know that my veteran isn't alone in this, and it was nice that the veterans know that they weren't alone in this. Thank you.
At the risk of sounding like an old proud papa, these are two 7th graders that you just heard express themselves very well. We're very proud of our students here in Brooklyn. And again, this is just one example of what we have to work with here at Brooklyn School. And we're so excited for these young ladies and the rest of our students, and so proud of what's coming through Brooklyn. Matt, you got a group coming, man. You got a group of students coming to the high school that you're going to be very proud of. They're going to do some great things. They're both student council, and she didn't say it, but she's also our student council president, Mariah is. So thank you, ladies. I appreciate it.
Well, Ms. Krall, I don't want to ruin that presentation with anything I have to say, because I could not top that. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you, Ms. Hang, for everything. Mom, thank you for being here too to support. We were in Columbus during the last assembly, but just from previous years and what I heard from Mr. DeAngelis, it's just amazing seeing the community members and family members come in to feel connected, and it's an absolute pleasure watching the committee do their work on an annual basis. So thank you for everything. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Okay, thank you. That's my report. You can stay if you want. You can stay. You can probably do my job right now, so that's okay.
Don't get offended.
But thank you. That's it, Ms. Krall.
Okay, we'll move on to Mr. Shearhart, the treasurer's report.
Good evening. Just wanted to report on the October financials. The levy income to this point, we have received about 46.8% of that. Foundation, we are about 31% from what we have budgeted. The investments, we're at 46%, and for the month of October, we received $90,640 in interest. Let's see. Personnel and benefits are roughly about 35% for the year, and we have spent about 31.6% total. So for the month of October, because we are seasonal with the revenue that we receive and with the expenses, the month to date for October, we were actually in the red, $806,206, but that's okay because it will pick back up when we receive the second half of the levy money and stuff. So that's where we're at this point. I do have some good news. Last Thursday, we closed on the bonds. The money has been received and has been put into, we're using Red Tree for the investments. It has been invested at this point. We also received a premium on the bonds of $301,000, and that will be used to pay down the first interest payment in next June. So that is also invested in the money at this point as well. And that is my report.
Thank you. We'll move on to comments from board members and board committee reports, and we'll start tonight with Mr. Neale.
All right. I got a short report. First, wonderful report. Those kids at the park, wonderful speaking on the Purple Star, so I commend them as well. They did a great job. Just want to thank all the fall sports team for their participation. I believe everybody's over in the winter sports here starting next week or two, so good luck to them. The only other report I have is the Polaris report. On tonight's agenda, you have Bob Timmons is retiring from Polaris at the end of this year. And we have a resolution on there after 28 years and 35 years in the education system. And then also, we were fortunate enough to go there and have a nice little meeting last month, or a couple weeks ago, actually. So, and you guys had a nice tour of the building and how wonderful the place is. And then we have a new superintendent, which you met. Diane Sander is going to do a wonderful job. She's a Polaris employee for the last 11 years, and prior to that, she was out of Lorraine City Schools as principal and educator out there. So I think everything's going in the right direction at Polaris. So that is the end of my report.
Thank you. Ms. Hubbell.
I too will keep it short and sweet. We got our Cavs game tonight.
16-0, right? You got it.
That's right. But yes, thank you to Mariah and Najee. That was fantastic. Very well spoken. Just very incredible. Seeing not just them, but the whole school, the Veterans Day Committee, our Purple Star liaisons, just really diving in and taking care of our veterans and celebrating them. It's great to see. If you are fortunate enough to lend a hand, if you contact Susie Marquez, please. Sorry for butchering that. There are, I believe, about 22 families left that you can adopt and help out for Christmas. It's a great program, great way to give back and help out. Besides that, everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Go Cavs. That's my report.
Mr. Hasrouni.
Thank you. One reminder that this Sunday is the Christmas tree lighting ceremony, sponsored by the Brooklyn Chamber, Brooklyn Schools, City of Brooklyn. All proceeds are going to go to the Brooklyn Cares Foundation. So 4 to 6 at the Senior Center / Memorial Park. Just pay attention. We might move it to the park just because they thought they were going to be under construction, and it looks like they're not. So just look where the big tree is and follow that line, and you'll be there. Mariah and Najee are on my daughter's volleyball team. They're leaders on the volleyball team, and they were leaders here today. I thought they were reading a speech, how well they were speaking. I'm like looking like, wait, they're not. It was amazing that they have that ability to speak like that in public, so that's awesome. Capitol Conference was last week, as Dr. Ted had brought it up. It was so cool. I mean, there's so many people that I knew there was going to be a lot of people, but not that many. And all the effort towards making schools better for our children and seeing everybody work together and get new ideas and just listen to all the different ideas that were out there it was an awesome time. So I appreciate the opportunity to do that. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. God bless you guys. And that is my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Rafter.
Good evening, everyone. There's a couple things that people already had touched on, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Polaris for allowing us to be there to take a tour and to allow us to have our board meeting there. I hadn't been there probably in over 15, 16 years, and what I've saw and what the opportunities are for our students who attend there. I wish sometimes I was back in high school because that would be a good place for me to be. I also want to say thank you for the district for sending Krall and myself to the Ohio School Board Association convention. So many good things out there. it's nice to know that there's other districts that are very similar to us, that they have things to celebrate, just like we have things to celebrate. There's, things that are going on in other districts, just like our district, that are similar. So it was a great opportunity to go to sessions and to network with other board members, as well as administration. Tomorrow is the fall sports banquet, from I think it starts at 6 o'clock, 5:45, to honor our student athletes. Again, good luck to the winter sports that'll be starting up. I know, or they haven't already started some of their games. I know some of them have.
Hockey is off and running.
They are, yeah. Talked to Mr. Ross yesterday at the rec board meeting. I want to say that February 22nd is Night at the Races, so if you're interested in getting tickets or getting a table, make sure you contact one of the booster members to get that. Yesterday I had an opportunity to attend the rec board meeting. We haven't had a meeting in a couple months due to various scheduling issues going on with the city and stuff, but I just want to say that I'm happy to be a part of the board, of this board. I'm happy to be part of that board too, to see how we are working together to utilize our facilities, sharing fields, sharing gyms. And I know that Jack Abruzzi is very excited, just like we are doing some major construction for our schools. There's going to be some major construction to the rec center, and I got to see the plans yesterday, and I was like, wow, like, this is going to be a good thing for our community, a good thing for our schools, to be able to utilize some things, that they have going on. I know I just want to say congratulations too. I know we're already into the second quarter, but those students that made honor and merit row in our district. And I want to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. It's always a wonderful time of year for my friends and my family, and I just want to pass that greeting on to you guys. That's my report, Miss.
Thank you. I started attending the city council meetings again after a short break, so I should have more updates next month. I know that their Belonging Commission was approved, and they are also looking at putting row houses in the vacant areas on Memphis by Rodone and North Amber. The Domestic Abuse Commission met. We changed its name to Domestic Relations Commission to remove the stigma of abuse and be more welcoming to individuals that may need assistance or guidance. December 4th, we'll be having our next meeting, hopefully at the new library, where we will be working on Christmas cards for the care facilities in Brooklyn, and all are welcome to join, time to be determined. And I'll have over 400 Christmas cards available for us to sign. The Brooklyn Cares Holiday Wishes program is up and running. Years ago, when my son was in second grade, I received this call from somebody in the district, and it was a long time ago, so I don't remember who it was, but stating that my name was given to them and they wanted to drop off Christmas gifts to us. And so they had a toy for Ian and a ham and a Giant Eagle gift card for me. At the time, I was a single mother and super grateful for the gesture. So for the last, I don't know, time is running together, 6 to 8 years or so, I've paid it forward and adopted a family either with Ian or with my work colleagues. As Mr. Hubbell said, as of this morning, there were still about 22 or 23 families that haven't been adopted yet out of 79. So it makes my heart so happy to see Brooklyn come together and help each other. So I'm encouraging anyone who is interested to visit the site and choose a family to love this holiday season. The URL it's a Google site, so it's sites.google.com/bcshurricanes.org/Brooklyn/cares/family, or you can reach out to Ms. Marquise for more information. Post prom breakfast with Santa is December 14th from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Cost is $10 per adult and $7 for children 12 and under. Children under 2 are free, and I believe the forms will be sent to the Brooklyn Schools office. They're on Facebook. I think Dr. Polaris might have received a copy via email today, maybe.
Where's it at, Ms. Krall?
At Applebee's.
Thank you.
We're also looking to do a small Santa shop during the all-day music festival here at the high school. I have a lot of interested parties. The table fees will be donated to post-prom. So it'll be a very festive day with breakfast with Santa and Christmas music and Christmas shopping, and Santa will also be visiting the city of Brooklyn in his sleigh. I'm wishing a safe and happy Thanksgiving to our students and staff. I hope everybody has a long and restful weekend with family and friends. My family is in the middle of the ocean right now, so please keep him and all our military in your thoughts. And that is the end of my report. We will move on to minutes and financial statements. Ms. Rafter is our speaker tonight.
Be it resolved that the minutes of the Board of Education meeting be adopted and all action taken by the Board of Education at said meeting is hereby reaffirmed and approved.
May I have a motion,
So
please?
moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the financial statements of receipts and expenditures for the month of October 2024, including all purchase orders paid and all then and now statements for the month as submitted.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby commends the students listed in the attachments for their academic achievement. We have grades 3 through 7, honor roll, and merit roll 8 through 12th, honor merit roll 3rd through 7th, straight A students, and 8th through 12th grade straight A score 4 point or above.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments?
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Good
job.
work.
Thank you.
Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the attached revised district student wellness and success funding plan per the attachment.
May I have a motion,
So
please?
moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments?
This is just a revision. We had a change in providers from one of our private therapists, so that's the reason for the revision.
Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby authorize the superintendent to enter into an agreement with the Winston Consulting and Counseling LLC to provide private therapy for students for the 2024-25 school year agreement on file in the treasurer's office.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the attached maintenance agreement with professional roofing service for the 24-25 school year.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the attached revised service agreement with Schindler Elevator.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following persons for the 24-25 school year supplemental assignment with the provision that such individual comply with all rules and regulations and State Department of Education regulations pertinent to proper certification and fulfills the requirement of the job description attached to their supplemental contracts contingent upon successful completion of background check and credentialing. We have World Language Honor Society, Jackie Halko and Ching Ling Hung. Okay. After school tutoring, Jenna Stack, Kevin Meehan, Jinsita, and I butchered that, Bader, Ken Rademacher, Chelsea Matthews, and Nick Trinushin. Okay. After school supervision of kids who code, Kristen Field, George Temis, Anthony Bramwick.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following certified resignation. Jim Burba, effective at the conclusion of the 24-25 school year.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments?
It's about time.
I would like to say that I really appreciate Jim Burba working, I appreciate his years of service working with students. I've known Jim for a long time. He's served as a teacher, coach, athletic director, and I just want to say thanks, Jim, for everything. Yeah, you really left a mark in Brooklyn City Schools.
Just very, very successful coach, teacher.
Hall of Fame member.
Hall of Fame member. Just congratulations and good luck with your retirement.
Good man.
Thank you, Verba.
Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves parental leave of absence to John Grigson starting approximately January 2025.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the employment of the following classified personnel for the 2024 school year contingent upon successful completion of background check and verification of credentials. Michael Smith, bus driver.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be it resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following on-call substitute personnel effective 10/31/24. Lori Stahura.
May I have a motion, please?
So
May
moved.
I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes. Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following classified resignation. Myra Madera.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following reassignment of the following classified personnel for the 24-25 school year. J.C. Rowland.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments?
Just the same amount of hours for J.C. She's just picking up some additional, we're readjusting her from building monitor to bus monitor, so.
Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves unpaid leave for the following classified employee: Sarah Miskalski, Pamela Mickey, Donna Turk.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following supplemental coaching resignations: Bryce Brown and Samaria Tufts.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved, the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following persons for the 24-25 school year supplemental assignments with the provision that such individual complies with all the Board of Education and or Ohio High School Athletic Association rules and regulations and State Department of Education regulations pertaining to proper certification, licensure, and/or first aid training, and fulfills the requirement of the job description attached to their supplemental contract and contingent upon successful completion of background check and credentialing. Jeff Shepard, Logan Stark, Michelle Cowper, Rebecca Blaine, and Robert Taylor.
May I have a motion, please?
So
May I have a
moved.
second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby amends resolution number 24-10-298 to reflect the following changes. Jared Krall from girls middle school basketball coach, 8th grade to head varsity girls basketball coach. Savannah David from girls middle school basketball coach, 7th grade to assistant varsity girls basketball coach.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Okay, be it resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education approve a resolution requesting the county fiscal officer to pay to the district certain money in the county treasury to the amount of the district.
As noted.
As noted.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr.
This-
Shearhart, oh, go ahead.
Sorry. This is in order for us to receive our advances for our, the real estate taxes. We have to do this resolution and then it's submitted to the county. That way we get the advances about a month to a month and a half earlier than the actual settlement itself. That's all.
Takes a big old paragraph like that just to give me my money.
Yeah, pretty much.
My eyes are starting to cross.
It's a few
Thank you.
Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the November 2024 5-year forecast.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves holding the 2025 Brooklyn Board of Education organizational meeting on January 7th, 2025 in the Treasurers Conference Room at 6 p.m.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby extend its sincere gratitude to retiring Polaris Career Center Superintendent Bob Timmons for his 28 years of exemplary service, vision, and leadership at the Polaris Career Center. His dedication to the students of Brooklyn and Polaris will be remembered and appreciated for years to come.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments?
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bob. Yep.
Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Be resolved that the Brooklyn Board of Education request for the city of Brooklyn to terminate the estate and interest in real property upon the termination of lease of the property and cessation of use for public library purposes. Resolution on file in the treasurer's office.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments?
So this resolution is basically, all that one, 2 pages is requesting the city Board of Education is requesting to the city that building takes ownership by the school district. So that request goes to the city.
They make their.
They'll do their resolution, and then we'll have another resolution on December 17th, taking official ownership of that property, and so it'll be effective for us 1/1/25. Okay?
Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes. Is there any other business you would like to discuss? Okay, the next meeting of the Board of Education is Tuesday, December 3rd, in the Treasurer's Office Conference Room, 9200 Bidoff Road, Brooklyn, Ohio, at 6 o'clock p.m. May I have a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
May I have a second? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubbell?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
And Ms. Krall?
Yes.